All right, my window of wind is closing. Of course, it was still till I came out and said, let me go make my video. So deep breath. Here we go. So you can see from the title, I wanted to just touch on this idea or this topic. I kind of alluded to it in the last video when I talked about there's just too much information, too much advice, too much opinionating. We're just bottlenecked. We're problem solving like somehow it's going to make everything go away. And I don't know about you, but I have been looking forward to the winter. Whether it's dark or light, I don't know, but I've been busy gathering to the point where I don't have any money, I don't have any space, and I don't have any more stamina to go gather in preparation anymore. So I'm as prepared as I'm going to be, but I don't think stuff is going to be the thing that sees us through. And that's what I really wanted to touch briefly. And so while the title says these are my 2022 predictions, what I really think is a better way to describe that is that if you do not understand how important practical action and processing emotion will be in this coming year, we're probably not going to make it through. I really think the key to survival in this next year and going forward, probably for a while, is the ability to do action that's practical and also process the overwhelming emotion of all of it. And as I was listening to somebody else talk about how, there's the intellectual understanding of what's coming down the pike, and of course nobody knows for sure. The reality of it is so much more different. And I think that's one of those things we're missing in our world right now, is that with real experience often comes real emotion. And I do believe the key to our survival as human is the fact that we have unpredictability in our emotion and the way we take action. I think that's the secret and the key. But for right now, I want to just focus on this idea that 2022, I believe, will require truly practical action, and I believe it's urgent, and the ability to process emotion, because I believe it will be overwhelming. So many people are losing their loved ones, they're losing their livelihoods, they're going to be losing their homes, losing their jobs. You cannot have this much loss, this much grief, and not have an overwhelming emotional response to it and get through it, because to deny it's happening isn't really good for us as human. So it makes us different than technology. We have an emotional response to guide us through. We can either embrace it and take ownership of it, or we can let it, flatten us. But the reality is I think this year is going to be a big, big, big year where we don't need more information about what's happening. What we need is how are we going to respond to what's happening. And that's one of the reasons, I've been focusing on the nervous system, because when we're overwhelmed with danger or with crisis or with disaster, we have 3 stress responses. We have fight, flight, and freeze, and we need all 3. But I think when we understand our primary, what happens when we're in danger, not under pressure, but in real danger, I think that's your biggest clue what your primary stress response is, because I believe that's also the key to your resiliency. So my message is that 2022 is about having emotional resiliency and a radical new mindset, which I'll be talking more about on different channels, not here. But I think that this is coming down the pike whether we want it or not. I've been asking the question, is it too late? Can we turn back the tide? If when you watching this, if everything went back to normal, would the supply chains reemerge? What would happen? I don't know, but what I do know is the experience is going to require urgent action and overwhelming emotion. And if we can't do that, we're probably not going to get through without some trauma and some damage mentally, emotionally, and physically. So that is my words. I am busy, like I said, I've been busy doing my gathering of wood and projects, and I am in overwhelm with everything there is to do. But with that, we can just take some deep breaths and put one foot in front of the other, and hopefully we will all be here to see each other next time. This is my new project, petrified wood, live edge wood, and more live edge wood. I'm trying to do the inlay. It's not done yet, but this is my first stab at inlay. I'm excited. These are some of my pieces.